Mitt Romney, I'd love him to be a team player. Possibly he won't be. I'm surprised he acted so quickly. I gave him an endorsement. I was happy that he won. In Utah, I have great popularity in Utah. I love the people of Utah. I did something for them that nobody else would have done. That has to do with their parks, as you know. That was a big day, a big thing. So I was surprised at Mitt Romney, but I just hope he's going to be a team player. And if he's a team player, that'll be great. I will say this. If he fought really hard against President Obama, like he does against me, he would have won the election. Does that make sense to you? If he fought the way he fights me, I'm telling you, he would have won the election. But I think he's going to end up being a team player. I think he agrees with many of the things that we've done and many of the things that we have in mind, and we'll see what happens.
Oh no, Willard. Really, bruh? This is how it's gonna be? Today, the roles of Bob Corker and Jeff Flake will be played by the freshman senator from Utah, Willard Mitt Romney. Romney is previously known for playing the role of Brutus in the play Julius Caesar. Now perhaps President Trump should be as weary of entering the Senate chambers as Julius Caesar should have been that fateful day in the Roman Senate. While we all know Trump's physical safety is assured, character assassins like Romney await for sure. Now, Romney, the 2012 loser, has trashed Trump, the 2016 winner, in a Washington Post op-ed, in his attempts to trash Donald Trump's stability and competence, and the process demonstrates Romney's lack of both. I'll be quoting Willard, the dog enthusiast now. It is well known that Donald Trump was not my choice for the Republican presidential nomination. After he became the nominee, I hoped his campaign would refrain from resentment and name-calling. It did not. When he won the election, I hoped he would rise to the occasion. His early appointments of Rex Tillerson, Jeff Sessions, Nikki Haley, Gary Cohn, H.R. McMasters, Kelly, and Mattis were encouraging, but on balance, his conduct over the past 2 years, particularly his actions this month, is evidence, I'll correct Mitt, show evidence that this president has not risen to the mantle of the office. Unquote. Somehow Willard forgot about Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, these appointments to the Supreme Court that will affect the course of this nation and our democracy for generations. Now let me jump in here for just a second. I don't think old Willard forgot these appointments at all. I think as Willard's trying to gesture silently to the Democrats through these insults that he's a go-along-to-get-along Republican, good old boy, bringing up Brett Kavanaugh's name is the last thing old Mitt wants to do. It'd be kind of like mentioning Venezuela to a young socialist. They're just not trying to hear that shit. I digress. Seems like Romney forgets it's the first duty of a statesman to get elected. You see, folks, Mitt doesn't understand. Running your campaign like you're running for class president is a losing strategy for presidential politics these days. Running one like you're in a bar fight for the future of this nation, as Trump did, now that's a winner. You see, I want Trump on my side in a bar fight. If I need to figure out which fork to use at dinner, I'll ask old Mitt. I guess old Willard must have been out sailing or something, because it sounds like he missed the last election when Donald Trump, despite Hillary Clinton's $1.2 billion war chest, the support of a sitting president, mobilized a grassroots army that broke the Democrats' vaunted blue wall against all predictions. That by itself shows that Trump does understand the character of a nation, which is tired of career politicians more interested in keeping their job than doing their job. Trump's business career demonstrates an ability to cut through bureaucratic BS and red tape and the proud traditions of Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done. If the American people ever wonder why their deepest concerns and wishes are never translated into legislative action, why the phrase, "we the people," has become a hood ornament on a decaying and ignored constitution, and why, consider the words of freshman Utah Senator Willard Mitt Romney. Just what the hell does rising to the mantle of the office really mean? The American people want more than someone who looks good in a suit. Well, unless you're a Democrat. They want a president who gets things done, who enacts their agenda. Yes, Trump called people names, including Romney, but they were probably the very same names American people used as they squandered away trillions of our tax dollars to accomplish nothing except getting rich in office. But let us not forget, folks, we still have the remnants of Obamacare because the likes of fellow Rhino John McCain were more concerned about process and regular order, more concerned with reaching across the aisle and giving the American people what they were promised for almost a decade. The McCains lied. Trump's promises were made and for the most part kept. Where are those precious little facts in your value system, Mr. Romney? At first, I had extreme reservations about Trump's abilities and judgments, and initially supported Ted Cruz for president. Trump first won the nomination, and then my vote, because he pursued and enacted policies as conservative as Ronald Reagan's, and quite frankly, maybe more so. He cut taxes, regulations, environmental restrictions, and prohibitions against energy exploration and development, all to free the American entrepreneur and worker from the chains of creeping socialism. He's rebuilding the military, but finally in a sensible way. Yes, we need to fight terrorism, and we can beat ISIS, and have for the most part. We don't need to be spreading our resources and manpower, chasing random jihadists through Middle Eastern deserts, all the while China and Russia are testing hypersonic missiles. Trump is transforming the courts at all levels, restoring them as bastions, protecting the originalist interpretation of the Constitution of the founders. The words of the Constitution will be interpreted as they were written, in the context of the times they were written, not interpreted in the heat of contemporary passions, or, most importantly, in the finite wisdom of the Washington Post editorial board. Enforcing this nation's immigration laws and building a border wall is not racist. Just ask the family of police officer Ronell Singh, a legal immigrant whose dreams were shattered by an illegal immigrant. And how many damn times must Trump denounce racism in all its forms to satisfy Romney and the others? It may be a while before Trump dines with Romney again. You know, President-elect Trump dined with Mitt at a fancy French restaurant in Manhattan. Speaking to reporters after the meal, Romney offered a glowing review of Trump's transition thus far in his winning campaign. Romney said, "It's not easy to win." "Oh, you don't say, Mitt." Adding that Trump offered a vision that connected with the American people in a very powerful way. Oh, yes, he did, Mr. Romney. He did and still does, in a way you never will or will ever understand. Why don't you straighten up that tie, climb back up on top of that wedding cake, and leave us all alone? Alrighty, folks, that's about it for that one. I am so truly disgusted with this man. I don't think he even stopped by his office before snagging some reporter in a hallway. And to somewhat stand up against the government shutdown? Dude, what reality has this guy been living in? I mean, what the hell's the difference between him and Polka? Well, I think I'll have myself, yeah, a beer, a harness. Truly disgusting, Mitt. It's gonna be lonely in the lunchroom for you, brah. Maybe you can go hang out with Schumer and Pelosi, your real friends. Well, folks, if you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below. There's a PayPal link in the description box, so please leave $1 in the bucket on the way out the door. And until next time.
No. Come on, move. Move. Easy, easy.